Hey, Antonia,
Hey Mike, how you doing?
back.
Yes. Survived the long flights.
Fantastic. And you didn't get COVID, which is more than I did.
A win, yes.
That's right. Hey,
Okay.
I think we're just going to have a quick chat about what happened.
Yes. Now that we're back, what are your reflections?
Oh, a lot to reflect, eh? A big one for me was that it matters. COP matters. I kind of think of COP as the world in microcosm, with all of the upside, like, vibrant civil society, passionate people, big actions happening, and all the downside, major power plays going on, vote blocking, block voting, I should say, all of that kind of stuff going on. And so for me, I kind of take what John Kerry said, which is that actually what's amazing is given all of the challenges currently going on globally, it's a sign of just how serious people are taking this, that we're still meeting about it, decisions are being made, action is being taken. We think of the backdrop to all of this. So yeah, it matters. What about you? What did you take away?
I mean, a little bit of drama, right? In the sense of oil deals being done on the side and a bit of contentiousness around who was hosting and all that kind of stuff. And some drama for New Zealand. We got that fossil award. But I think just sort of highlighting that the story around transparency is still there. I heard in almost every session I went to that we are watching, whether that's we're watching business or we're watching government. But I think that narrative around ever increasing transparency and watching for greenwashing is not going anywhere. So that was a thing that I took back, which is, we need to be scrupulous in how we act here, and we need to watch for that going forwards. Yeah. Did you go to anything particularly interesting that you kind of took away or?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first couple of days when I went along to the sessions on business and philanthropy, that forum was quite amazing, and I was quite inspired by what I heard there. I suppose what I took away from that was that actually a little country like New Zealand can have impact through the demonstration effect. It was that demonstration effect piece, that story kept on coming through, and it made me think of the Climate Leaders Coalition. It made me think of AgriZero, made me think of those kind of things which we need to profile more. We need to be out there more, letting people know what we're doing out here in little old New Zealand so that people can be inspired by it. And the Australians, Canadians, the Europeans, they spoke to me and said, actually, we think the Climate Leaders Coalition is pretty unique. We'd like to have something similar. So to me, it's about saying, taking what we do here domestically, taking it to the world so that one can have a greater impact. I suppose the last thing for me was my conversation with some of the climate scientists, particularly Professor Deborah Roberts, saying, we're going to have to get used to the idea that we may well overshoot for a period of time, temporarily, but we may well overshoot the 1.5 degrees, and that we have to be determined to get ourselves back beyond that, which means really doubling down on action. It means remembering that we've built nature into our assumptions around how resilient the planet is. And if we're actually doing damage to nature at the same time that we're doing damage to climate, which we are, then those assumptions are wrong. So in fact, we do have to double down on action on climate and at the same time action on nature, and remembering that we might go through some rough decades where we actually do get above 1.5 degrees, and we need to not lose heart. We need to be focused on getting down the temperature back down as quickly as we possibly can. So that was a big takeaway for me. What about you?
Yeah, so I think, and particularly in that nature space, it's interesting. We went to that Recloaking Papa Tuanuku talk, and I think that highlighted a bigger theme for me, which is how much of a role do non-state actors play in this. I think when I went to COP 10 years ago, it was all about government negotiating with governments. And I think this time at COP, 100,000 people, it's not all government, it's business in there, it's philanthropy, it's a whole bunch of other players addressing this, and hopefully moving the dial in terms of the speed with which we are tackling this challenge.
Absolutely. I took a lot from it. Great to see New Zealand on the international stage. Great to see those New Zealanders, including people like Kay Harrison and others, having, global impact. Really important to celebrate that. And a lot for us to do in 2024.
Back on. Okay,
Okay.
lovely to talk to you, Mike. See you.
Okay. Have a good Christmas.